Well, hello there, Tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and this is the AMX 30B, a tank which Wargaming has decided to nerf in the next update for some reason. I do not agree with this tank getting nerfed, and I will explain more in this video. After I go over its stats, I will be playing 3 live games in the tank. So, starting off with its stats, it has 350 alpha on its standard shells, 300 on the premium, and 400 on its HE, so very average alpha damage there for a tier 10 medium. In terms of its gun depression, it has 10 degrees, making it an extremely flexible vehicle on a lot of different maps. And it also has decent penetration, 270 on the standard, 333 on the premium while using calibrated shells, and 57 on its HE. What makes this tank really, really nice is its accuracy. It has 2.9 seconds of aim time with a dispersion of 0.246 while using refined gun, which is fantastic. Like, you are going to be hitting 90% of your shots in this thing. And its DPM of 3,300 right now is quite solid, so you're able to at least get into situations sometimes where you can outbrawl certain other mediums with your good DPM. So, taking a look at the mobility, this tank goes 62 forward and 23 in a reverse with a power to weight of 23.6. So, overall, the tank's stats are fantastic right now. However, this tank requires a lot of skill to play, which is why I'm very confused as to Wargaming's decision for nerfing its DPM, its power to weight, and giving it random consumables it doesn't need. This thing is getting, whatever reason, Reticle Catly in the next update, even though the tank is already accurate enough. And it's getting Spall Liner, which, honestly, I don't really think this tank needs Spall Liner, but alright, I mean, I'll take it. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, this tank does not need a nerf. I'm glad that they reverted the Leo changes, but they should have also reverted the DPM changes to this tank as well. Because I think it just needs its DPM. Like, a tank that doesn't have much armor like this, it needs some way of dealing with other, more heavily armored mediums. Like, why are they over-buffing the crap out of the E50M, but then, like, nerfing this tank back to the way it was, where it wasn't all that fun because of the lack of DPM it had? I don't get it. I really don't. And, honestly, I'm going to go over the armor profile now. It's very good hull down. In most situations, you do have a giant hatch, which really hurts you, simply because, yeah, it's so big. Even while using 10 degrees of gun depression, you are going to get hatch sniped a lot of the time. So you have to be really careful of that, and that's part of the reason why you really just want to use your mobility to get around players instead of just hull down brawling them. Half the time that won't even work. So anyways, let's kill off the 62A here before he can get another shell into me. You can see the nice DPM right now. I don't think it needs to be changed. Why are they changing it? Who knows? Anyways, let's get a kill into the Vickers because I am such a good team player. I am obviously going to go for the kills over damage, clearly. Anyways, the E50M is all that's left on medium side, and of course, bro sets me on fire, so I am now one shot to him. Incredible stuff. Let's, wow, sneak a shell right into his turret there, though. That's fantastic stuff. And I feel like he's gonna try to go for me still, so we're gonna keep our eye on him here, and I might try to load some HE in just a moment. Let's see, is he gonna poke it, or is my 62A just like not gonna kill him? Hello, hello. Okay. Anyways, I mean, that guy's dead now. So now that that guy's out of the way, the whole playstyle of this tank is to kind of play it like a leopard with more turret armor. And that's why I like it so much. You can use your good mobility to really just flank around and be a complete and utter nuisance to the enemy players, because once you are behind a team of enemies, you can then kill their tank destroyers first, which I always recommend, because then that saves your heavy tanks from getting nuked. So that's kind of what I do. I like to play this thing almost like a light tank with more armor. Because of that, I usually flank the map a lot in this thing, and I really try to play it carefully if I can. Unfortunately, of course, because that E50 set me on fire and I kind of got nuked by the 62A, I don't have much health left, which is not going to favor me in this kind of endgame situation. I really wish I had more health right now, but it is what it is. And I'm going to use these little wood barrier things to block the 183 from HEing me, because I know if he pulls around the corner, that is exactly what he's going to try to do. So, yeah, my goal right now is to kill the E4. Unfortunately for me, my XM is not the healthiest player, but at least he's able to take a shot from the, or hopefully take a clip from the Yo if he low rolls. It's really just this E4 I need to worry about. Man is probably still sitting behind this building, And I don't really know if there's anything I can do about that. I'd love to be able to help this this E4 here, but... Or, sorry, not E4, my XM, but he is currently dead. So, yeah, that's pretty sad. Let's see here. Get a shell into the 183 at least. Yeah, XM, clearly I am going to move before while I have 200 health. Yeah, okay, crazy. Anyways, I mean, this is a loss either way, so let's see here. Goodbye, E4. There's that guy out of the game, and maybe the 183, I can maybe bait a shell from him with my hatch. Let's see here. Let's see. Is he going to take the bait? Well, let's get a shell into the yo. If he bounces me once, oh my god, he can actually... Wait. No, dude, if he had a bit longer of an intro clip, we could have actually won that game. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, base cap was an issue, though, so it is what it is. But, I mean, you can see the strengths of this tank. Like, it's so flexible. Even on low HP, you're still able to kind of play it, again, like a hull-down Leopard. The tank's turret armor is very troll. Like I said, you do have a massive hatch, which really hurts you in a lot of situations. But you do have a very huge gun mantlet, which will allow you to block a lot of shells that are fired at your turret. Now, your hull's a different story. As I sort of explained earlier, like, Wargaming's giving this thing spall liner because you can HE the crap out of it in the sides and rear. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. But in another way, I mean, if you are exposing your hull that much to HE, where you need to use spall liner, then there's a bit of an issue there, because then you're just obviously not playing the tank right, because you need to play this thing very passive. So, game number 2 on Yamato Harbor. I mean, we'll see if we can actually get the win this time. I technically could have saved more HP that last battle, and that would have helped me out in the long run, because playing a tank like this, you do need to save as much HP for the end game situations as you can, because end game in this vehicle is actually really, really good. Like, you can clutch games in this tank. You just need to have enough HP to at least be able to take a couple shots. So, let's see if their enemy team decides to go medium side at all. It doesn't look like they are, so let's see here. Do have the Yag. Oh, we also have their 907 has appeared in mid, so I'm going to wait until I'm unspotted. I'd rather not get nuked by a 183 first shell of the game, and after I get unspotted, I will then move up, see if I can get another shell into this Yag here. Unfortunately, that one bounces. Oh, wow. Incredible stuff right there. So I'm now going to push up and see if I can get around this 907 here. If not, if he's not there, which it doesn't seem to be... Oh, he is there, actually. Never mind. I was going to say if he wasn't there, then I would start shooting at their heavies and TDs on the other side of the map. But as the 907 is there, I'm going to be more careful now because, of course, I'd rather not deal with this, this 907 head-on. You can see there, a Leopard would not be bouncing that. I can tell you that right now. So we're very fortunate that we got a kind of lucky bounce from that 183. He could have technically just nuked me with Hesh, and that would have done a better job. But as of right now, I need my team to help me out with this Kron. This Kron is going to be a pain for me to deal with if he just YOLOs me, which it seems like he is. So as of right now, I need to just basically go hull down and try and protect myself from this Kron. But also I need to watch out for the 183 that's behind me. Bro, is someone else going to shoot him? I don't know what this Kron's plan was, but it clearly didn't work. So there you go. We did actually get a bounce from that Kron as well. So you can see, I like this tank more than the Leopard in many different situations because it's just easier to play in a sense. It still takes a lot of skill, which is, again, why I like it. I think it has a good balance between skill and being decent enough of a vehicle for a player like me who's, like, decent at the game, I will say, but I'm not, like, best. So, for me, a Leopard is, like, I have to go insane-o try-hard mode to even get out 3k in that thing. Whereas a tank like this, it's just easier because I can afford to make some mistakes, which I do. And this vehicle will be, obviously, less punishing for those mistakes. So, anyways, I'm going to YOLO this 907. The 183 just shot, so I really don't care about him at this point. I'm just going to try and get that guy out of the game, and at this point, I'm going to use my mobility to get away from this E3, and I'm going to go for the 183 because, obviously, 183 players need to exit the battlefield as fast as possible. Let's jump down, hit the E3 with a really nice dude-perfect trick shot right there, and we will finish him off in just a moment. There we go. So this game is looking like a win. However, they do still have a Yag, and he can nuke a lot of my HP away. But you can see here, saving your HP till the end game is really helpful because now I'm not so worried about tanks like the VK90, who don't have as high alpha damage. So I get one shell into the VK. if this Yag does not move, then I will get a shell into him as well. You can see I did take a shot from this VK here, and now I am technically a one-shot to the Yag. But, let's see. It's really hoping to hit that, like, crazy snapshot. I'm going to make my way back over towards medium side because I don't want to get rushed by a Rhino right now. That would not be ideal. Oh, wait a minute. Am I spotted from that? If I'm not spotted, then I'm chilling, because the VK then will probably shoot and ignore me. Let's see. I want to hit his lower plate, or if his turret angles too much, then I could pen that as well. Unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to move before I get spotted again. There we go. Okay, I'm going to reposition. Unfortunately for us, our team is down by, well, we have 1 cap and they have 2. So I need to be careful. I really do. And if I get YOLO'd, I'm going to try, you know what? I'm going to try going for A. If I get YOLO'd right now, that's not going to be very good. So let's see if I can actually shoot this VK. There we go. Now he's a H-eable tank for me if I just splash him, hopefully. So I'm going to go to A now because, of course, I'm not worried about the VK anymore. The Rhino, honestly, can't really kill me. He has 2 shells, sure, but I don't think he can kill me in time. So I'm going to go to A because I do not want to lose on base cap. That would not be ideal. And, of course, the Rhino is a one-shot. I did forget about that, actually. So let's take a look here. Hello, Rhino. Goodbye, Rhino. And the Yag is not even looking at me, so maybe I can use my good DPM to get another shell into him. Oh, he gets tracked. Even better. And you can see, game number 2, I'm at 4,500 damage. And that was a pretty solid game. Let's see here. Can I get another one into the Yag? There we go. 4,800 damage. Maybe I can even pick up the kill if I'm lucky. Oh well. But there you go. That was a good showcase of the 50, or not 50B, 30B. What am I saying? My brain is dying right now, I have to say, guys. But yeah, that was a good showcase of the 30B. I think I really did use its mobility to help me out that game, especially when it came to quickly getting into their spawn, dealing with the tank destroyers like I said I should in that first battle, and then picking up the kills on their useless heavies. End game. So 4,894 damage dealt. And let's get right on into the third and final game as I take a sip of root beer. So anyways, 30B. Again, I love this tank. Wargaming, please, if you ever watch this video, they probably won't, but please keep the 30B the way it is. I think this tank is balanced because it still requires skill to play. And yet, it is fun because it can do well when you are skilled enough to use it. So, yeah. We're on Winter Mal, a perfect map for this tank because there's a lot of open space for me to run around in. I'm assuming their bat chat is going to go up that hill, so I'm going to take a blind shot at the bush. He did spot me and the STB as well, so that means that he is most likely the one sitting in that bush. However, all 3 of their mediums could also be over here. I'm not going to deny that they most likely are. Because they have a medium tank advantage, or at least a mobile tank advantage. They have 2 mediums and a light, and we only have 2 mediums. So, yeah. Right now, this team composition, as we see it, is not in our favor. However, what's even worse is the fact that our STB is just bleeding all his health away for nothing. We love the bat chat armor as well. Get a bounce into that bat chat. Incredible stuff right there. So, as of right now, this is not looking good at all. Their Progetto is obviously going to try to rush my STB as well. Oh, we have a grill on the side, though. Interesting. Well, I'm going to farm off of our STB's demise here because, of course, this Progetto is just going to clip him. He does not care at all about losing HP, and I honestly don't blame him. However, you know what? He actually made a bit of a misplay there. I don't know why he decided to ram the STB and also go that aggressive towards him. Oh my god, our Grill actually picked up the kill on the bat chat as well. That is insane. W Grill player in the chat right now. Holy cow. Man is cooking. Alright, anyways, let's get the kill on the Progetto. I don't really care about getting a hit taken, or taking a hit. Oh my god, bro. My English is fried today. Now I am pretty much saying that the Grill is dead. Like, guaranteed. I hope he gets a shell into this STB, though. If he does, it's going to be absolutely amazing for me because, of course, bleeding this STB will then allow me to deal with him if the Grill dies. So I'm going to try and sit in a hull down spot here. You can see, honestly, I like this tank almost as much as the STB. I'm probably going to like it more after the update because the STB is getting hard nerfed in its DPM here. So it's honestly going to be less enjoyable than this thing to play because 2700 DPM on an STB, like, that's going to be so boring, I'm not going to lie. But anyways, Let's get a bounce from the STB. Maybe the grill can pick him up. Or I will HE him there. And just like that, all that's left is their enemy grill. So you can see there, I played super cautiously. I didn't just YOLO medium side instantly because that would result in me dying, especially because looking at their team lineup, I saw we had a medium side disadvantage. So that's kind of where using your skills in reading lineups is super important in a tank like this, and if you read up your lineups wrong in a vehicle like this and you make one wrong play, you are going to get nuked, because again, this thing gets HE'd by literally everything. So 3,600 damage, not the most out of the 3 games, but I think it's still a pretty solid result for the 30B. And overall, my final thoughts on this tank are, it's fantastic right now. I really, really, really wish that Wargaming would revert the changes and just leave this tank the way it is, man. It's perfectly fine the way it is. I don't understand the DPM nerf, I don't understand the power to weight nerf, and I don't understand why you are giving it random consumables and spall liner. Okay, whatever. Anyways, that's the 30B for you. If you are thinking about picking this tank up, I mean, do so with caution because, of course, they are changing it. However, honestly, I think it's still going to be a fun enough vehicle for you to, honestly, for it to be worth it for you to pick up. But anyways, for any of you out there who are not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a fantastic way to support my content and stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.